What's going on, man? Welcome to MPS. What's poppin', my boy?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
What's good, man? All the way from the 6 to New York, man.
Yes, sir.
Jakkah.
Yo.
Okay, so, just give the audience a little bit about, like, who are you and what you repping, bro?
Okay, so I am Jakkah, and what I rep is mostly not so much a place, not so much an ideology. I represent art. Like, I'm trying to make art. That's what I'm about. That's what I do. I was born in Brooklyn. I live in PA now. So if you were looking for like a hometown to rep in that question, I would say Stroudsburg, PA. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put on for S-Burg a little bit.
S-Burg?
S-Burg, yeah.
Okay. S-Burg in the building.
S-Burg in the building.
So look, let's just jump right into it, bro. I kind of want to start at your beginning. Beginning of the story, man.
Okay.
Like, could you remember that moment when you first were introduced to hip-hop?
Man, it's about as long as I've been alive. When I was little, my first memories of music, 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, like those are the main four that my dad will always play in the car. So since I was little, it was getting in my head.
You said 50 Cent?
50 Cent, yeah, that's one of my favorite. Bro, Get Rich or Die Trying. I was born in 2003.
Okay.
So
wait, you were born in 2003?
I was born in 2003.
How
I'm
old
19
are you right
years
now?
old. 19. I'm about to turn 20 in July.
Okay.
But I mean, I was born that year. And my first memories of music, my dad was always playing songs, and that album has just come out. It was big, that was a big album.
Right.
So, bro, that album is always nostalgia when I play it.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of 50.
Yeah, 50's that man.
So who were the first couple artists you remember like really tapping in with, like being a big fan of?
Yo, I mean, I gotta give credit to Ray Shremmer, because every time, like, people wouldn't expect it. Every time I say it, I knew your eyebrows went up.
Yeah,
bro. In 2016, they had
but
just
I'm a
dropped.
fan of them though.
Yeah,
Right.
They make like good music, but it's not the same type of music I make. So I would see how it's hard to make that connection. But it was 2016, right? I was 12, I think, and they dropped. Is that right? I don't even know. I'm not gonna think about it, but they just dropped Shrem Life 2.
Okay.
You know, a song with the Black Beatles, with the Mannequin Challenge.
Yep.
Yeah, that album, bro, I had that on repeat. And I was just thinking, damn. Like, at this point in my life, I didn't really have a main hobby. Like, I just played video games and went to school. Like, I was 12. So, when I heard that, I was like, you know what? Why don't I try making music? It just seems easy enough. It's cool. And I started doing it, then I really fell in love with it. And then I discovered Hopsin when I was little. You know who Hopsin is?
I'm a huge fan of Hopsin.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Bro,
you mess with Hopsin?
Yeah, like Knock Madness, Pound Syndrome. Bro, Illmind 8 was the song that put me on to Hopsin.
Fire.
Yo, when I heard it, it was like a different energy. Like, he was rapping and you could tell he meant what he said.
Right.
So that was another huge inspiration. Then I went more into that boom bap lyrical type lane.
Okay.
And then from there, it always evolved because I love all different types of music.
Right.
The Weeknd, Tory Lanez, Drake. I know you're from Canada, so
Facts.
they some of my biggest influences. So, I always want to make different types of music going to different lanes, but that's where it started with Ray Shremmer.
Now, you mentioned Hopsin, right?
Yeah.
Now, were you a fan of Eminem?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I was heavy into that. Once I discovered I wanted to make music and I wanted to rap, I was like, all right, these songs I'm writing are trash. I need to get better. So what I did was I went and learned the whole origin of this shit, how everything started. Like DJ Kool Herc. Was it Kool Herc? Some Herc. Bro, I'm fried right now, so I can't remember the name. But I think it was DJ Kool Herc. It all started from like a block party he had in New York. And then from there, hip-hop was born. And I've been studying it. And yeah, so Eminem was definitely a big stone in that stepping in the pathway, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, because he was one of the four my dad would always play, Eminem, so.
I feel like your dad was a huge influence in you getting into music.
Definitely, 100%.
Okay.
My mom, too, she would play, like, the R&B side of things. So, like, she liked Beyonce and Rihanna and stuff like that. So I would
your dad was the hip-hop.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm getting both sides.
So when did you start to, like, feel like you wanted to make music?
When I was 12, after I listened to Ray Shremmer, I had that on repeat. And I would watch all the videos and everything. Like, it was fascinating. Like, I don't know, something about it was just interesting. And then from there, it led to everything else.
And for a lot of artists, trying to find their voice is hard,
Yeah.
right? It takes years sometimes for an artist to actually develop a sound, right? What was your process like?
Man, my process was just trying everything.
Right.
Just like, you know, when I first started, I was young, so I had a little prepubescent kid voice, and I just couldn't. I felt like people wouldn't take me seriously if I made a song, but I made one anyway, and I just kept going, kept going. Obviously, you get older, your voice changes, so then my voice kind of grew into it, and when you do something enough, you get better at it. So the songs got better, my voice got more mature, and then eventually it just came to where we are now so far. I mean, I don't know where it's gonna go in the future, but that's where we at right now.
And the name Jakkah.
Jakkah.
Did I say it wrong?
Yeah, you did.
Wait, you say it?
Jakkah. It's like
Jakkah.
Jakkah.
How'd you come with that name, man?
Bro,
where is it from?
Every time I get asked this question, I'm like, damn, they gonna think it's some crazy and it means something. Nah, bro, I was just 12 and I thought it sounded cool.
For real?
Yeah.
Nah, it's dope, bro. It's dope.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted it to be something original. That was at a time when there was a lot of Lil this, Lil that. I wasn't trying to be another Lil rapper. So, something different.
So you got the name, you got the voice, you got the drip.
The drip.
Now, your first couple records, right? What was the feedback like?
There wasn't much feedback, to be honest, because I wasn't doing too much. Like, I was living in Stroudsburg, couldn't get shows that much. So the start of it was pretty much me just in my room cooking up all the time. And I would drop stuff. Some of my friends would repost it, like, fire emojis, It wasn't nothing crazy. I feel like once DJ Enough played First 48 on Hot 97, no, not First 48, it was a SUVs remix with the Jack Harlow and Pooh Shiesty song.
Okay.
That's when it started, picking up more momentum. I was starting to hear feedback from people. But for the first couple projects, it was just friends saying it was cool. So
right.
I didn't think too much of it. I wasn't gonna, get gassed and like, I'm the best, just because my friend said it was. I mean, looking back, it wasn't very good. It wasn't it.
You mentioned DJ Enough played your record.
Yeah.
That's big, man.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Multiple of my records. It felt crazy. Like, I was shaking. I was so excited. I screen recorded the whole thing, posted it on all my social media. Like, I was like on cloud 9. It was crazy.
And then I want to take you back.
Okay. All right.
So now you dropped Made for This.
Made for This, man. That was that 2019 album. I think I was 16 when I recorded most of those songs.
Talk about that. What's for someone that's about to listen to that for the first time, what's the vibe like for that tape?
It's a bunch of everything. That's at a time when I would make a tape, I would just try to have as much shit on it as possible. But now I like to be more particular with what I choose to go on a certain project, because I want every project to have its theme. With that one, it was the main point of the concept Made for This was that I was made for this. So that's like me flexing my little 16-year-old rapper muscles, and trying to show that I could really do this shit. But I mean, if you look back, obviously the mixing is kind of some of the lyrics aren't as great, but it was what I was on at the time.
That's fine, man. And then you drop Stress.
Stress, yeah. Stress, I feel like that's where I started to get a little better with incorporating emotion into the songs and writing about more personal things. And there's also a bunch of different vibes on that one. Like the song Silence, that's like a low-key trap type song, but you can still, bop to it. And then you have songs like, what was it? Confessions, that's the last song, right? I think so. Confessions. I don't know if you had it pulled up or anything, but Confessions. That was more of a storytelling song where I'm talking about what exactly is on my mind, what my mental state is. And, the concept was just stress, like stuff that stresses me out, and me just using music as a source of, well, not a source, like an outlet to vent.
Do you draw a lot of your subject matter from real life situations?
Yeah, of course.
So you go through stuff,
yeah.
You'll soak it in, and then you'll reiterate it in music, like kind of spit it out.
Yeah, it's like my music that I'm making and my life are mirror images of each other, like yin and yang, kind of. Okay. Like if right now I'm in a phase where I'm being more introspective and like seeing things about myself. I don't like everything about myself.
Right.
Some things I do like. So the music I'm making right now is more introspective and conversational, and I want to rap more about my life and what I'm doing, what I'm feeling, instead of just brag rap and stuff like that. Which is why Double It being the last song I dropped, I'm trying to steer away from that lane a little bit more because I don't want to be known as just a brag rapper. You know, I want to be someone people could relate to.
Now you mentioned brag rap.
Yeah.
When you say brag rap, right? What do you mean? Like, how do you perceive that kind of music?
It's pretty much a lot of the stuff I was making before. Like I had a whole album, Juju, this whole drill album. It's pretty much brag rap is what Juju is, kind of rapping about what I have, what I got going on, my lifestyle, but like glorified and glamorized a little bit. Not as much. There's not a lot of humbleness in brag rap, so I'm trying to. Because I'm not really like that in person. I'm not like a super cocky guy.
Not, you're more. I feel like you're a silent killer.
A little bit, yeah.
Right.
I like the music
Quiet.
to speak for itself. Yeah.
And Juju came out in 2021.
Yes.
Right.
Top of 2021.
Explain that.
So, alright. Bro, when Pop Smoke first came out, Welcome to the Party, you know that song, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Pop Smoke, Welcome to the Party. It was just so different, and it inspired me to start making drill music because when I hear new types of music I haven't heard before, it's like, wow. It's like a whole new world I could explore. Like with an album, that's what Juju was, me exploring that drill world, and, you know, like putting my little contribution to it, but that's not what I really focus on. It was like call it a social experiment,
right?
Basically, like becoming a drill rapper for a short amount of time,
right?
But still, I'm not like rapping about doing shit that I don't do. Like I'm not talking about killing people. I mean, there was a song "Grinning" where I say some like questionable things.
You were talking crazy.
Yeah, "Grinning" is more like a horrorcore type thing because the guy I did "Grinning" with Arso, he does kind of like that, like the
horrorcore
edgy
rap,
a little
like
bit,
old school Eminem.
Yeah, but like mix it with the drill a little bit.
Oh damn, okay.
Yeah, so that's something like that. But for the most part, I wouldn't cap in my rap, as they say. I don't like that. I like represent who you are. The drill stuff, obviously, I don't look like a drill type rapper. I don't present that way because, I mean, that's just a small part of who I am artistically. It's a much bigger picture. So that's what Juju was.
You mentioned Double It.
Double It, yeah.
That record fire.
Thank you,
man. I tapped in, man. That's what got me out of New York interviewing you right now.
Ah, man, appreciate that.
Right? Now, who's your creative team, bro? Because when I watched that video, the production was up. You had multiple people in the video. Yeah. It looks well put together, right?
Thank you.
My next question for you is like, who do you work with? Like, who are you doing this solo, or is there a team behind you that you are creatively putting things together?
It's not solo, but I wouldn't call it a complete team, right? So it's me and my manager, Showcase Poppy. He puts together all these showcases. He's the one with most of the connections. He had the connection to DJ Enough, so you know what I'm saying. He does the showcases and he be setting up moves for me, like with the radio stuff. I focus on the creative process. Like since I'm in PA, we can't really talk much in person and like strategize that way. So also I can focus better in PA. So that's like the perfect environment for creation. And then he takes that and does promotion, the networking side of it. And then as far as the video, we have Big Veg. He's a videographer. He shoots us videos. And I have an editor in Houston who I send the videos to.
All the way H-Town.
Yeah. So it's like a hodgepodge of a bunch of different people in different places, but we make it work.
You mentioned Showcase Poppy.
Yeah.
Okay. So Showcase Poppy. What role does he really play in your development, in your style, and like how does he contribute? I feel like he plays a major part. You said he gets the radios?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's my blood brother, half brother.
Oh, y'all related?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same dad. So I mean he's been in my life the whole time. We didn't live together as kids, so it's all here and there. But then once the music stuff started, he used to rap, so he was already tapped in.
He's in the studio right now. Keep looking over. He's in here.
He's in here. He's right over there.
Okay. Yeah. So shout out Showcase.
Yeah, Showcase
Poppy. Facts, you heard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So yeah, you were saying.
Yeah. As soon as I started making music, I didn't tell him for a little bit, but then I just dropped the bomb on him like, yeah, I make music, And this other time when he was making music, so we were like, really? You make music? Then I played it and he was like, you gotta do some work. So then I was like, ah, damn, I'm gonna show him. I was also like competitive little sibling. Yeah, and then I really locked in, focused on what I was making, and I showed him again. He was like, kind of nice. And then it just built from there, and then it became a point where he was like, all right, I'm gonna hang up this. I'm your man and shit now. I was like, all right, bet.
Just like that. And now he's managing you.
Yep.
Shout out Showcase.
Shout out Showcase.
Now you mentioned you're off the drill stuff.
Yeah.
Is that and now you're into what lane you into now?
Right now I'm going for an R&B lane, but there's a step in the middle that I feel needs to be made because my last song was double it. Brag rap, hard trap, fast pace. I got this R&B album that I'm working on. It seems like if I just drop an R&B album out of nowhere after promoting this double it song, it's been on the radio, made the music video,
right,
ads for it and everything, it's just gonna be like, you promoted this for what? Just to switch it up on us?
Right.
It's like I don't want to attract a target audience that likes that type of music and then just switch it up on them completely. So right now I'm in that transitional phase. So I'm taking the rap and I'm taking the calm vibes of the R&B and mixing it together. So right now I'm looking for beats that have no drums.
No drums.
No drums. I'm just going full storyteller, conversational type flow. Because I'm tired of that trying to prove I can.
Right.
Like, by this time, people should know that I can rap.
Right.
With all the remixes and me being on. Like, I don't want to just keep trying to impress these people. Like, I want to make music for people that love listening to music.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to do.
And before I wrap this up, I'm about to wrap it up, but if you can give one word of advice or something to artists that are coming up, that are watching you on Instagram and watching you on TikTok and see you doing so much, what would you leave them with? Like what advice or quote?
I would leave them with, right now we live in an age where it seems like it's quantity over quality, right? With TikTok, you gotta post every day, like multiple times a day. Always gotta like fight to stay relevant or whatever. If you're an artist and you really believe in what you do and you feel like you have a particular shot at some lane you wanna go in, but you feel like you wanna do something else or just not focus so much on perfecting what you're making and just dropping quantity, it's not worth it. Because at that point, if you come up off low quality work, once you get to the point that you're trying to get to, you're not going to feel as proud of the things you put into the world. If you put something into the world, make sure it's worthwhile for you, make sure it's satisfying and it's fulfilling, and make sure that you're, giving people the best part that you can give them.
Now, where can people find you social media wise?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok under Jakkah Music. That's Jakkah Music. You can find all my music under the name Jakkah, Apple Music, Spotify, you know the drill, all the big streaming platforms. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, SoundCloud too. That's some old stuff if you want to just do a deep dive into the history of what I've been doing. But yeah, Jakkah. Look me up. Follow me.
Jakkah, I appreciate you coming for MPS, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for stopping by.
No problem, man. Thank you for coming out from Canada. Fire.
Next stop, Model Peg Station.